Hi, this is Faith Divination with a pick a card reading today. And today, this is a reading over what blessings are going to be coming into your life. So we have three beautiful angels here that you can choose from. This is pile 1, pile 2, and piles 3. If you need to, take a second, pause the video, see which angel calls out to you the most. And hello, pile 1. If you chose this lovely angel, this is your reading. So these cards are just your current energy, so we can see if this is the right pile for you. But we got the fish and the deer reversed. We're gonna read the fish real quick, because really this reading is about your blessings that are on the way, but I just want to do a little energy check-in. That way we know if this is the right pile for you. The fish, restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. So maybe some of you are really just feeling lost right now. Your life may be very hectic, and you might be finding it hard to slow down. So yeah, maybe right now you're in a stage of life where it just doesn't feel peaceful. You have so much you have to focus on and you're doing and you're trying to create in your life. We're gonna look at the deer real quick to get a little bit better of an idea. This is out of balance. When out of balance, you're concerned and protected. Maybe right now you're just feeling very lost. You're maybe concerned about that. You're maybe concerned about where you're going in life. Because with these two energies, that's what I'm feeling. Like, it's very hectic, maybe not as clear as you would like the path ahead, or maybe whatever you're currently working on or doing in your day-to-day life. It's just very hectic. You might be concerned about where you're going in life. If you are not currently, feeling super lost, or you're not feeling like you just don't know the next steps and your life may not be as busy, then this probably isn't your pile. Good things are coming to pile 1's doorstep. What do you have to look forward to? Okay, I already saw 7 of Cups reversed. Your current energy, you might feel like you might have so many options ahead of you. Is kind of what I'm getting. Maybe that's why you feel so lost. You're feeling a little hectic right now. But I feel like with the 7 of Cups reversed, that normally talks about like a lack of options or really honing in on one option, because yes, normally this is a good thing upright, but sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, seeing as, when you have too many options and there's too many things coming for you and what you have to choose from, it gets a little hectic, it gets a little overwhelming. So I feel like with that reversed, you might have like a plan, like you might actually have like an idea or an opportunity that comes your way that is clear, like you just know it's meant for you. Just know, like you don't really have to stress. So maybe the blessings coming your way is getting clear on a certain path you're gonna take. Maybe an opportunity. What good things are coming to pile 1? Yes, this is something I feel like that will take time. This is something that you are gonna have the opportunity to plan on. It's going to come to you clearly, directly. You won't have all this other noise around you when you are having this come into your life, or whenever you decide that you work on it. Like, this will be something that will take time. You know what, too? Because maybe you have such a busy, hectic life with this reverse and the two of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Maybe you will have time to really slow down and think about what you want out of your future. So maybe the good things coming your way is just maybe a slowdown period. That's for some of you. Especially if you are dealing with such busy and just draining energy, or just maybe you just don't know where you're going in life. Like, you're gonna get a certain type of idea. Yeah, an idea, an opportunity that comes your way that is going to allow you to actually invest and look at your future in a much more stable way. So I feel like this pile, the good things coming your way is you will be getting clear on where you're going in the future. And you might, let's see, what is this opportunity with the Seven of Cups? World? Shoot. Okay, Page of Cups. Magician. Okay. This is something that you will probably be creating in some way. With the World, this is something that you might be going to school, so some of you might be going back to school, or because maybe you are in school and that's what's causing you so much strife within your daily life, and just that hectic energy and just the feeling like, oh, there's too many options in front of me. I feel like you might be taking a break from school, and that will be, or you'll be completing school, so that will give you that time to slow down a little bit and kind of get clear on what pursuits or opportunities actually fill your emotional cup and not just your pentacles. So I feel like maybe this group will have the opportunity to look at paths that more align to your heart. But I feel like this collective will actually have the opportunity to choose a path or an opportunity that aligns more with your heart, your soul, and something that you genuinely enjoy to do, opposed to just picking something because it pays good. Yeah, and I just feel like maybe if you have been feeling super lost on what's coming next or what you should do, the biggest blessing that's coming your way is you're gonna get like that lightning bolt, or just that flicker of knowing the best way ahead. So that will be different for everybody. A lot of you, maybe this is dealing with some type of school or some type of trade or something that you've put time into, and now you're gonna be going out into the world and finding the job that you just spent all your time learning and studying. So some of you might be going to school. Now what's coming for you is the opportunity to put that knowledge, all that time you put in, into a more stable field or opportunity. So yeah, no, I really feel like for this pile you will be maybe slowing down a little bit. Things might not feel so, you might just not be feeling so lost when this opportunity, or whenever you do complete the schooling of some sort. Like, you will have more opportunity and more energy to actually go after what you want, or you will notice that you will have opportunities that align more with how your heart is feeling. Yeah, no, the opportunity to showcase your knowledge. And yeah, so I feel like this collective is about to get more clear on where they're going in the future, and if you do have a busy or hectic life, I feel like you're going to have a time, this is the blessing, is that you're going to have a little slowdown moment where you kind of complete something and you complete this study or this field or this thing that you've been working on for a minute. You will have time to slow down and kind of position yourself better so that you can pick a more fulfilling path. I feel like with the Magician too, this is definitely like an opportunity that you are manifesting, doing the manifesting work with. So if you do have a vision board, or you do have a journal, or anything of the sort, whatever you've been having your eye on, you definitely will have the opportunity, and that's the blessing. You will have the opportunity to at least pursue it, if not honestly successfully, get yourself on that path, but you will have the opportunity to pursue this thing, or at least learn more about it. Let's see, anything else about these good things? So I feel like this group, another good thing for this group, if you've been having issues with like a male or like some type of authority figure, I'm seeing you're gonna be able to free yourself with the Devil reverse. You're gonna be able to get out of that toxic environment, or you're gonna be able to get out from under this controlling, maybe male, because normally the King of Wands, it doesn't have to be a male, but anybody that you feel that you were controlled or that you were, you know, at the hands of, I do see that you will be getting out of that situation and will be a lot more stable. So you are honestly creating something for yourself, maybe through studying and maybe after school, whatever you've put work into. I see that it's going to pay off. You're going to be very stable and secure on your own. And like I said, you're getting away from whatever this devil energy is in your life. It could be a person. It could be maybe the school that you were at was just horrible. And the people there you just didn't really align with. And maybe that could have caused you to kind of feel with that Deer reverse, because I'm coming back up here, like you had to protect yourself, because there was the words of, because this was the card reversed, you're concerned or you're protective, and maybe with this type of energy that I am picking up on, that you are or will be freeing yourself from, which is a huge blessing. You've had to be protective, and you know what, I'm sensing that as another blessing. You won't really have to watch your back as much once you get out of this type of energy with whoever is controlling or trying to, whoever's trying to kind of control or guide you, and maybe not the most positive way, and trying to kind of have a say over your life. Like, you're gonna get out from under that thumb, and you're going to be standing very secure and stable by yourself. And you honestly are going to be creating your long-term stability from this opportunity, or whatever field that you studied. If you do pursue that, and you choose to pursue that after you finish school, or if you finish school, or whatever the case, whatever this ending is that you've put work into, or this achievement, you're just gonna be feeling overall, you're just gonna be feeling much more happier, much more content. And like I said, you might not have to watch your back as much, because you're gonna be free to do as you want, to pick what you want, go down the path that you want, without this negative, just opinionated, judgmental type of energy, or whatever maybe that's trying to hold you back. Like, I see that you won't be held back by this. So if you do find, and maybe right now you're currently going through that, where you're finding it hard to really go after something that you want because you're afraid, or maybe it's clashing with what your parents or your family wants for you. And I see that you're gonna break past that no matter what they say or how they feel. You're not gonna entertain the drama. You're gonna cut that off. And so this collective is actually building or working toward. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this lovely little angel, this one is honestly one of my favorites that I do have. Then this is your reading. This is pile 2. This is your current energy, so that we know that this reading is really meant for you and what blessings you have on the way. But to start off, we have the Lion reverse and the Raccoon. I'm going to read these from the book, but already with the raccoon, I'm kind of sensing that you might be hiding a certain skill or talent, because that's what that card normally symbolizes. Or you're hiding a certain part of yourself at this point in time. A lot of the times, too, with the raccoon showing up, it could just be you battling some form of self-doubt or lack of self-confidence, because this card does also talk about kind of hiding yourself. Maybe not feeling enough courage to show yourself in some way. But I'm gonna read it. Raccoon. Talented, shadowy, and hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You might be just kind of struggling with some self-doubt right now in some aspect, whether it may be with your gifts, like they were talking like a musical gift, and just like you're being urged to express yourself, but you are battling self-image issues. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am already ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. And we're gonna move on to the lion reversed, which I should have done that one first, but I felt really called to really pay attention to this raccoon energy. So the lion. When it's out of balance, withdrawn, and you're too serious. I chose pile 2, so whoever chose pile 2, you might just be feeling kind of withdrawn and wanting to just hide your talents, and maybe just because you don't feel good enough to showcase them yet. So I feel like this pile, this lovely collective who chose this pile, is working maybe on some type of art behind the scenes. So you could be maybe writing songs, weaving, I don't know why that came through, so like some type of crochet or something with your hands, but you just are doing this behind the scenes, maybe because you're too afraid to showcase that specific talent. But with the reversed, okay, so, and maybe you're just taking yourself too seriously right now, like, and maybe life is feeling like it's so serious that you can't really, for some of you, I'm sorry, I do get a lot of messages that come through, but for some of you, you are withdrawing because you're too afraid to showcase a certain talent or gift that you have, while others of you, you're taking yourself too seriously. There's something with serious energy, like maybe life is getting really serious right now where you are struggling to possibly pay the bills, so you might not have time for this creative or this creative gift you have, or just maybe the path that you want to go down. You just don't have the right tools, nor is life. Life is way too serious for you to be able to fully enjoy or run with your creative endeavors or your gifts that you have, which a lot of you, I was talking about something with music. And with my input, I did say something about weaving, so you might be like wanting to create something in that sense, or maybe you're just wanting to pursue that, or you're just interested in it, or maybe you're trying to go after something, or you're just kind of having a little bit of self-doubt, or life is very serious for you right now and you might be struggling financially, or just struggling in general. The good things coming your way, maybe it has to do with this hidden gift of yours. But yeah, you guys are in hiding. I feel like you guys maybe are just kind of just not feeling your best right now. Not like how you normally do. You're not feeling very courageous. Okay, what are some blessings coming to this pile's way? Okay, we got the World reversed, the Lovers reversed, the Moon. Okay, something I feel like will be moving forward for this collective that maybe you tried to start in the past. Like something kind of clears up, you kind of get out of confusion when it comes to this thing, and maybe, you know what, for some of you, with this Lovers coming out, this could be a future relationship coming your way. That's a blessing. Wow. And if it's not, it could deal with social media for some reason, is what I'm hearing as well. With that World. Maybe, yeah, I feel like maybe the path forward will become clearer. Like you'll have blocks lift off the path that you do choose to go down, or whatever chapter is next for you. I feel like something not, this is a weird message, but this collective or the people who chose pile 2, the biggest blessing coming your way soon is something not working out for you, or something that happened in the past that didn't work out. Like maybe you just experienced a lot of setbacks in a certain thing. Like I feel like that will be becoming way more clear as to why that happened, and might actually offer you the clarity to move forward. Like you won't be so blocked, you won't be in confusion as to why that thing didn't happen, or why that relationship didn't work out, or why just certain things in the past took place. So that's a blessing, I guess, coming your way. Because I feel like it's gonna kind of free you from feeling confusion or doubt. You're not maybe going to doubt yourself. Okay, what blessings? So this one's kind of an interesting one. If this has not already taken place, then something not working out is going to be in your favor. So remember that. Like maybe someone holding back from you is a blessing in disguise, or yeah, maybe someone holding back from you is a blessing in disguise, or a job maybe holding back from you. No, maybe not having any sense of forward movement with something is actually going to be a blessing and work in your favor. We'll see. How is it going to work in this pile's favor? Wow. Okay. 5 of Cups reversed. Okay, it's going to work in your favor because it's going to bring you into a newer cycle, one that you won't be repeating. So this is maybe something that will usher you into a new era of truly, like maybe you always find yourself in a certain job, but because maybe you're having trouble finding the jobs that you normally used to be able to do in the past, and it just isn't working. Maybe you got fired, maybe you're just finding like a lot of rejections with the jobs that you do apply for in the field that you're used to being in. But because you're being rejected, it's going to push you into a new direction with the Fool, and you will have a new beginning. But yeah, I feel like you're going to be hearing a lot of rejection. So for this pile, I feel like your blessings will kind of feel like a negative thing when they are going on, just because you won't be able to see what new direction this will be taking you. But it's a blessing because it's really going to get you out of a cycle that you've been in, an unhappy cycle. What's Fool about? Whoa. It's pushing you in a new direction. So for some of you, you will probably be separating from somebody or somebody in your family. Like, there's a sense of separation in this reading. There's a sense of loss. But this loss is a blessing, which, trust me, I don't know how that works. I really don't know how that works, but this is supposed to be a blessing reading, so the fact that these are more negative cards means that, yeah, maybe this blessing is going to take more time to show itself. Or this is what happened in the past. Maybe you did experience a loss of home or a loss of income. And because, like I was saying earlier, with the moon reverse, it's becoming clear maybe, or soon you'll understand why you lost a home or why those negative events in the past took place. For some of you, this is going to be something currently, as I'm talking right now, as you're listening to this, that's going on. So just try to remain positive, as stupid as that sounds, because for whatever reason, you missing a job opportunity, a rejection, a loss is definitely a blessing. Because I truthfully, intentfully did this as a positive reading, so I think your blessing just may look more as a curse, because I feel like I've had that happen before too, where, like, what you perceive to be negative is actually something that works out in your favor down the road. So those are the blessings that always take longer and truly don't feel like a blessing in that point in time. This caused a lot. Like, this is like something I feel like a lot of you could have even been homeless. This is very heavy energy, very scary. I'm sure you spent a lot of nights in despair, wondering what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to feed yourself, how you're supposed to pay the bills. But yeah, maybe your blessing is with the King of Swords, someone or something or yourself is going to get an idea. Something will be coming through to give you that clarity, I think, of what or how to get yourself out of that unhappy lack cycle that you might find yourself in. So yeah, there's two messages. Some of you have already went through this negative thing that's happened in the past, and you're going to be receiving clarity. You're going to be healing from that. You're going to understand more so why those things had to happen. And for others of you, I feel like you'll be going through it with this Nine of Swords, if it's going to happen, but there is a bigger reason at play. And right now, you might not understand why it's happening, but down the road, you will understand why this exact negative, what you perceive to be a negative experience, had to happen. So I feel like this collective is definitely about perspective here, which is very hard. I'm not even going to lecture. If you want to sit in this Nine of Swords energy because you have a loss of income or a job, please feel free. You are more than welcome to. I'm not going to judge you because those things are very hard to go through. But for some reason, I feel like I'm being called to tell you that the way you're perceiving it right now might actually flip around in the future. You might understand and have a better environment, opportunity, or just thing in the future that's set up for you that you just can't see right now. So, yeah. I feel like this pile is probably going through it, has went through it, has really been on the struggle bus, has probably lost some type of relationship, failed living situation. Yeah, you might have had a failed living situation, a breakup, a separation, but this is going to work out in your favor. And for some reason, I'm being urged not to look at or not to pick cards as to why and what that's going to lead to. It's just, I think, something that you are going to have to trust yourself because you're going to have to learn that if things are being taken away, it's for a higher reason, and something better will probably be coming along, or there's just a bigger reason as to why that's being taken away. So I feel like this pile will probably be learning the art of gratitude and just kind of learning how to trust and surrender to God, the universe, whoever you believe in, or yourself, because maybe your heart's desires truly just don't align with whatever you were getting rejected with, or whatever loss you had. And maybe it was going to keep you in a cycle of pain and misery that you just wouldn't have been able to see in, like, down the road. But your angels, that's who I believe. I feel like we all have angels around us, or that we have a team. So your team saw something down the road that would have really probably messed you up. It would have either messed you up, or it would have held you back or hindered you in a major way, and your team said, nope, we can't do that. That's why that loss took place. And I feel like, yeah, this collective, you just might have to learn how to surrender and just trust the way your life is going. As hard as that sounds, but you definitely have a blessing. Like, this one's a blessing in disguise. So, yeah, that's all I really have for pile 2. As always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will be making more of these types of videos, or just others if you want to check that out. But if not, have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this wonderful angel, then this is your reading, but just to make sure, I have these cards right here to make sure that this is your reading. I'm gonna kind of go over what energy you're in so that we know more of if this is your reading or not. This has been interesting. Every pile I've done, I have had one upright and one reversed. So we are going to focus on the crow. But I feel like already with the crow, that's my very spiritual card. You were probably very tapped in, or you might be having maybe more supernatural or spiritual encounters, or maybe you're kind of getting more interested in that. Crow, spiritually strong, creative, watchful. So yeah, you could also be tapping into your creativity. But the crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities: past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. So when in balance, which it is, psychic, strong, and clear. So I feel like this pile, or I feel like the people who chose this pile are very tapped in right now. You are very spiritually aware, gifted. Your gifts may be coming on more strongly, so you might be having more psychic dreams. You might be just connecting certain things within your life where maybe it's just a feeling, so you might not have proof right now that something's going to happen, or that you have like a certain feeling about something and you just can't prove it. But I feel like this is a very tapped in collective, so maybe you're learning that you have been right like 98% of the time when you do have certain feelings, so you're learning how to trust yourself without necessarily having to see it with your own eyes. Maybe this collective is just kind of getting into their spiritual era and really maybe dabbling in some magic work, or just different things that would be considered along the lines of magic or spirituality. So maybe you're working more with crystals, or you're just feeling that call to do more spiritual based work or learning, which is beautiful. Okay, where is the zebra? So when it out of balance, because I'm not going to read that since it's out of balance, which I put it up right, but this was how it was. Jaded, pouty, or vain. Okay, so maybe this group is finding themselves a little jaded, so you know, just a little bit kind of unimpressed with what your spiritual gifts bring you, like monetarily wise. Like maybe you're just not seeing your manifestations come in, and it's kind of like causing you to just get a little upset with yourself or just the world. You're feeling just a little with jaded, just kind of uninterested. No, I don't know this one. So vain. And maybe this is a caution for this pile. Be careful of getting swept up in showcasing your real talents, like your psychic abilities, just for monetary gain. Like, I don't think what they're trying to say is that you shouldn't profit off of this gift of yours if you are a writer, or like I said, for this group, you're a very spiritual based person, and I feel like you do have like a certain gift that you could use to help heal others or communicate with others. But I think they're kind of urging you, so this is supposed to be a blessing reading, but this is more of a caution message with your energy check-in right now. Yes, you are tapped in, yes, you are very gifted, but just be careful of going after that or showcasing these gifts or abilities just for the intent to gain monetarily, because you're going to miss the true purpose and meaning of that gift, which is to help people. You might not gain. So if this is maybe I'm talking to someone that is trying to get themselves out there and build themselves like a business type profile, whether on TikTok or Twitter, somewhere where you're trying to establish yourself, and maybe you're posting and you're working and you're constantly putting your gifts out there and trying to help others, but because you're not seeing the likes or because you're not seeing the attention, the more vain side, so this is talking about that, the more vain side to the society. But yeah, no, because of the vain energy that comes with, they're just urging you just to keep going, because that's not what you set out to do in the first place. So it's not about the likes. It's not, if one person hears your message, or one person hears or takes on, embodies what you were putting out, whether it be art, what I'm doing, like tarot readings, or type of spiritual based practice that you're putting out there, remember, it's not about the likes. Because if you just reach one person, your job is done. That's what you set out to do. If you were truly, who I think I'm talking to is someone who is really tapped in, that wants to help others, but you're just kind of doubting, you're like feeling a little upset because maybe you're just not seeing the progress physically with likes or attention or money. That's okay. That's okay. I think you should keep going, is what I'm hearing. Just be cautious about making that gift, or making that gift that you have all about the likes or attention or monetary gain, because that's not what it is about. The end of the day, like, you're receiving some type of knowledge, or you have a spiritual gift so that you can help others heal from trauma, the wounds, and what people get stuck in this life. So if you're only getting one person, even if nobody is listening to the work or words that you're doing, it's just the fact that you yourself are trusting yourself and your abilities enough to put yourself out there, just with the intent of connecting with others, helping them reflect, healing, that sort of path that I'm talking about. So just be careful about being vain. And yeah, we're gonna get into the blessings. So I'm sorry, I think had to give you guys a little bit of a lecture is what I think I was trying. Yeah, that felt more like a lecture, but we're gonna get into the good stuff and what blessings are on your way and what blessings are coming to pile 3. Oh my gosh, 4 of Wands, that's beautiful. Oh, 5 of Cups and King of Swords reversed. How is this a blessing? I'm not sure, because normally this signifies some type of grief. And King of Swords, that's how can I say this? I feel like your reputation of some kind will be staying intact, or you might even get boosted in some way with this 4 of Wands, like promoted, maybe from somebody not making the right choice. So maybe if you are working, or maybe if you have a job, you'll get promoted based off of somebody that just didn't do their job, so they get canned essentially, and you move up. But there's something about your home and your reputation in this reading off of like getting boosted, but almost at the expense of someone else's suffering or just loss, which is kind of, I don't know, maybe that person or whoever that is kind of picking up on someone who is very, just, this person's not wise, or they just don't do the right thing. Yeah, this could have been someone that you had a family with. Because of their stupid actions, or because of their carelessness, that helps you in some way, that helps your home or your money. I don't know. Or your time, which is a blessing. Okay. What a blessing. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. This is something. Yeah, no. Okay, so the Ace of Wands normally talks about like no creativity, no start, like maybe bad news. Yeah, the Ace of Wands reverse that I just pulled, that normally talks about bad news. Maybe this is something that you've been waiting to hear for a while. Maybe you'll be getting justice from something that really caused you pain, or just from someone being careless or stupid. And you're gonna hear news of that, and it's maybe something that you've been kind of waiting on for a while. It's almost, maybe for some of you, like you've been kind of preying on someone's downfall that has done you wrong. And maybe that person really did you wrong, did your family wrong. And you're going to be hearing news of that, of something that happens to them. So, okay, this is really confusing. I'm not sure exactly what I'm reading, but someone else's loss is going to be your gain, or it's going to boost your reputation in some way. Yeah. And this might have been something you've been waiting to hear back from for a while now. Okay, yeah, something is ending for somebody. And that's a good thing for you. Like a false start for somebody is your new beginning. So like I was talking about, for a lot of you, this could be a job sense where somebody gets fired or they walk away from a certain position and you automatically get promoted, or you're like the first person that they go to because you start like a new role or a new beginning. But yeah, it's because someone's poor judgment. I don't understand exactly why I keep picking this up. So this might be someone that you were in a relationship, you're going to be hearing about their stupid actions, or just something like that they had poor judgment on. that comes back around and kind of bites them. But at the same time, while they're getting bit and they're going through maybe what you've already been through somewhat, you're getting boosted, you're having a time to celebrate. And this will be a good thing for you. But yeah, like I'm saying, this is a very odd blessing type reading, but this pile is definitely getting a blessing off the back of somebody. And I don't think it's unintentionally on your part. I just don't think this person was doing the right thing, or they just weren't stepping up the way they needed to. Or, yeah, they just... poor judgment. This other person that is kind of losing out here will be your win. Yeah, you know what they say, one person's trash is another person's treasure. So take that as that resonates. But yeah, I think this collective will definitely be celebrating soon. And you'll be in a new direction, you'll be in a new era because something had ended. What's this ending about? What's this beginning? What's this ending about? The Star. Wow, this is something coming in. Okay, I am getting the message that for some of you in this pile, this will be a relationship that just didn't get off the ground in the past, and it's coming back around. You will have like a reconnection. This is going to be a blessing so you can end the cycle that was causing you both to kind of be unhappy or separated, or just, you know, at a loss within yourself, and that will be ending because you have healed that chapter and you're going to be moving in a new direction with or without that person. It's just going to kind of heal something maybe within your little inner teenager, just like your younger self, that maybe they just didn't take a chance on you, or vice versa. Like, you might just get that chance to connect with that person and just kind of heal that little like misconception and just be able to finally move on from that chapter. And that will be a wish fulfillment. So some of you might be having somebody pop up that you've been wishing on. Others of you, this will be an opportunity or something that you've been wishing for that's coming through, either after an ending or because of something ending. But just, I don't know, with the Star and this, like, I feel like you're kind of aware. You know what, some of you, I want to say, you know exactly what I'm talking about if this is a relationship. Like, you know maybe who I'm talking about because you have received some type of spiritual message about them coming through. You've received certain dreams. And because it's not happening on your timing, you're feeling a little jaded, you're getting a little frustrated with the timing. Or this could just be a job, like whatever that is, whatever you have seen in your future, because this collective has definitely seen something that hasn't happened yet, that is something good that they're working towards or just kind of waiting upon. I'm not sure exactly where I was going with that, but just be patient, because with the Star, like, just be patient. Keep giving to yourself. Let this have time to end on whoever, like, whatever this situation is, that whoever is going to be kind of losing out so that you gain, like, that is going to have time to unfold so that the wheel spins back around to where you are now on top in your Four of Wands, because this is a blessing that is coming your way. It's going to help boost your career, your appearance, your reputation. It's going to boost you in a major way, and it's going to start a new beginning for you, but you just have to give it time, Because if it's going to be because of something ending, that has to have time to end first. So just be patient. And yeah, that's kind of really all I'm getting right now. I'm just gonna leave that reading here, and I really hope that you have an amazing day, pile 3.